the mindset of not giving up, what Scotland's win teaches us. Hi, I'm Laura, your host, and welcome to the Self-Concept Bestie podcast. What a night last night. What a night. The adrenaline is still pumping. A lot of you might not realise this about me, but I am a football girl. I love my football. And being Scottish, being proud to be Scottish, being able to watch our country play, but not even that, to be able to take the win and qualify for the World Cup without going to the playoffs, because let's face it, in true Scotland style, we always like to take the harder road, don't we? We always like to think there's an easy one and there's a hard one. Let's go with the hard one. I'm going to say not last night, but was the football that was played on the park fabulous? No. However, it got me really thinking about the mindset of the players, the resiliency of the players on that pitch, the team talk before it from the manager. And you heard them speaking about their journey and what it means to them. And I suppose what it means to us as a nation. You could feel that in the atmosphere last night. It wasn't just a game of football. It was history being made. 27 years was the last time. 27 years. And we're lucky enough that we got to witness that last night. That we're going to a World Cup. The best fans in the world are going to Canada, Mexico, and the US. So let's talk about the mindset. Now we think about it. You have to believe in yourself before you see the win. So do you think the boys yesterday went out with that failure already? No. They had to believe that it was possible. They had to believe that it was written in the stars that they were going to win and they were going to qualify, no questions asked. Because we have to believe it before that one happens. Now, did we win because every moment was perfect? Oh, would there have been doubts throughout that game? Because actually the football that was played on the park, as John McGinn even said, it wasn't that great. But did they show up? Did they keep pushing? Because even when they were 2-2, it went 2-2, you could feel the atmosphere in the crowd drop. It was looking messy and it was looking like it wasn't really going to happen. So at that point, the players, they're still needing to dig deep. They've not got the momentum behind them as such. But they're needing to dig deep because they know, they still believe. They still believe that it is possible, even when they've not got the people cheering for them. So when we look at our life and we're moving forward, we believe that what we're doing is worthy of us. We believe what we're doing is going to pay off. Sometimes the people aren't always championing you. Sometimes people actually say, what's the point? You might as well give up. But when you have that belief in you and you keep pushing, even in the messy parts, even when every time it looks like you're getting ahead, something pulls you back. Like when we were 1-0 up and then it's 1-1, 2-1, and then 2-2. We're like, is that it? We're in the 83rd minute. Is that us? But you keep pushing, and just on the other end could be the victory, could be the success that you're looking for. And last night, it was only 11 minutes away. There's always points in your life where giving up feels like the easier option. Because to still be fighting, even when the odds look against you, That's when it's hard, isn't it? That's when we want to give up. Like, how many times have you heard yourself say, what's the point? What's the point? There's no way I'm going to achieve this. There's no way I'm going to do it. So I give up. But say if you hadn't give up, and just around that corner was the victory, was the success that you were looking for. Because that's what separates winners from losers, successful people from unsuccessful people. They keep moving, they keep taking action, they keep believing in themselves, they keep believing that they can do it, even in the messy parts. They keep on moving, they keep on pushing forward. That doesn't mean that it's perfect. It doesn't mean that their journey has been perfect. Actually, it's sometimes nowhere near perfect. But if we're always aiming for perfection, we're never going to get success. Because success doesn't come in perfection. We don't learn when everything's perfect. We learn in the messy bits. We learn the resiliency. We learn what went wrong, what's going right, what do we need to improve on, how do we need to push forward to get the success. And I think we can get that mixed up sometimes. That we can't do it until this. I can't go and achieve my dream until this is right. Because everything needs to be perfect. It needs to be in alignment. But what if it's never perfect? What if it's the never perfect timing? If it's never aligned perfectly? You're going to let life pass you by and miss out on the chance of something amazing. Or you can fight through the messy parts, fight through the ugly parts, and we'll still never find perfection, but what we'll find is the success, the joy, the happiness that we're all striving for. It's always easier. It's always easier to give up. Winners, when you look at that team, they won last night. That's not a team who have not been through the struggle. They have struggled. They fight tooth and nail to be where they are. Scotland always has. It's that running joke, isn't it? That we're shy and we know we are, but we show up and we party and we're some of the best fans in the world and we're goddamn proud of it. But last night, it wasn't just about the fans. It wasn't just about us. You know what? We're maybe not that great, but we come and show up. No, we're like, we are winners. We deserve a place in this World Cup and we are here to prove it. Whether it was messy or not, whether the game of football that we played was perfect or not, we're here and we are going to fight till the end. Because when doubts overrun and you give up, it would never have happened. You can keep on staying in the game, but actually if you're doubting, you're pulling that team back, aren't you? They had to come together to push forward, to keep believing in each other, that it was always possible. So when you're at a struggling, like a standstill, so let's think about the game last night. We're sitting at 2-2 and the crowd has went quieter. The momentum's been there. It's picked up. It's dropped off. They've had to pull themselves back again. And the crowd's dropped. Think about that in your life when you're striving, you're aiming to do something, and maybe your friends, your family, or people on social media are telling you it's not going to happen. You might as well give up. Like, that's it. There's no noise there. There's no momentum. Nobody's pushing you. Who's the person that's going to push you? Who's the person that's going to stand and look themselves in the mirror and say, no, actually, I'm going to keep going. Even although it feels pointless, even it feels like I've already lost. I'm going to keep on pushing until we get there. And that's the difference. That resiliency in that mind, when you can look yourself in the mirror and know, I've done everything in my power to get to where I am. It doesn't mean to say that it was perfect. It doesn't mean to say that it came packaged up on a nice bow. Actually, some of the best wins, the best successes are from the people who have had to fail and fail and fail again. But the one thing they've got in common is they never give up. They show up every single day, even when it's hard. And that's when things start to pay off. But you've not got anybody giving you that momentum anymore. Nobody's giving you that validation that you are doing something right. So it's only you. It's only you that can build up that resiliency in your mind. And you know where that comes from? You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe that you're worthy. You have to believe that you can do it. Because there's a great saying, if you say you can or you can't, that'll be true. Actually, that is not the exact saying, but you know what I mean. If you say I can do it, or if you say you can't, you're right. Because if you say you can't do it, well, right, you're not going to be able to do it. But if you say you can, you can. We can do anything we put our mind to. And a lot of you might be sitting here thinking, well, Laura, that's not true. I can't go and do X, Y, and Z. But do you not think if you put your mind to it, you can? We're all like limitless. We all start the same. But we've all had a different journey, a different upbringing, different opportunities, and I understand that. But we've all can build that resiliency up in us to believe who we are. Because nobody gets to tell us who we are. Nobody gets to tell you, you can't do that. You get to decide if you can do it or not. Do you think when a bloody come bringing a podcast out, there was people saying, what are you going to do that for? Do you not think that there's been times where I've been doing this and nobody's shouted, nobody's cheered me on? But does that mean that I think, oh, well, I better just give up because nobody's cheering for me? No. Actually, what I found is it done the opposite. It gave me that fire. It gave me that fire to say, you know what? I don't care what anybody thinks. I don't care if they think I'm going to fail. And do you know something? See, even if I do fail, there'll be a learning in there somewhere because you can't fail. We can't fail. We can only learn. What will I learn from this that is going to push me forward? And that's exactly what I seen in that football game last night is they have had failure after failure. And yes, we've had some highs, but Scotland as a whole, as a team, they have had lows more than they've ever had highs. The amount of people I heard yesterday saying, do we dare to dream? Do we dare to dream? And the answer is yes. And in every single part of your life, you should dare to dream. Dare to dream. Sorry. Dare to dream, that's me getting a bit too excited. Dare to dream to be great. To believe that you can do it, that you can win, that you can be successful, that you can have everything that you want, that you can achieve your goals. It's that internal commitment. Yeah, you can get so far with people pushing you, but if you don't show up and you don't believe in yourself, nobody else is going to. Nobody else is coming to make you a success. You have to show up. So what happens when you keep pushing through and pushing through? A breakthrough happens. And a breakthrough happens within you. When you have been constantly thinking, I can't do this, I can't do it, or somebody's been telling you, you can't do this, you can't do it, there's no way you'll ever be able to do that, you're not qualified enough for that, what is people want to hear what you've got to say, you've not got the qualifications to be able to do this, oh, your followers are a bit low, oh, you know, I don't think you're going to be able to be a success because X, Y, and Z has got so much more qualifications than you, and they're not doing that. But what's the difference? Is you're unique, you're authentic. It's never about what a piece of paper says or what somebody else thinks. It's what you believe about yourself. So when you get that breakthrough, when that win comes, when that third goal went in last night, the belief is there, and it's like, I knew it. I knew we were going to do it. I knew it was going to happen. And it sorts your self-concept right out, because you're like, yep, I believe that, and it's just been proven true. So when you keep proving to your brain, that subconscious part of your brain, your self-concept, when you're saying that I believe that I am amazing, that I believe I'm worthy of this, I believe that I am successful, and a breakthrough happens, your brain's just proved it right to you. So what happens? It builds that resiliency up again, doesn't it? And then you keep on going, you're like, right, okay, so you keep on pushing, you keep on pushing. Does that mean that there isn't going to be messy parts again? No, there will be messy parts. There is going to be things that go wrong. But you've done it once, you can do it again. We keep on pushing, we keep on fighting, and we keep on going, and we build that resiliency, because the only person that's going to stop us is us. So it starts rewriting your identity of what you believe to be true about yourself. You start to believe that I'm somebody, when I keep going and I keep showing up, it pays off. That I am successful, that I can win, I do win. We are winners, because that belief is there. It is rooted in you, because not only did you believe it, you've created it into your reality. So if there's anything that you need to take going forward, is even in failure, even when you think that you're failing, if you truly want something and you truly believe that it's your path, you go and you prove every single person that ever doubted you wrong. And not even just to look back at them and say, I told you I was good enough. To be able to look yourself in the mirror and say, I told you I was good enough, and I've proved it to you. Let's just end on a quick high with the goals last night. Like, my adrenaline is still going. I cannot even describe to you what that game one meant. My kids were there, that atmosphere, they witnessed history being made. Not only that, was I thinking about my granddad and my dad up and having looking down, because I know how buzzing, how happy, they would have been. Tears would have been there. We all were. And as a nation, that wasn't just a win. It was us showing up for ourselves. It was us saying, we're not messing around anymore. It maybe wasn't pretty, but we're here and we're fighting for our place here. And we're not going to back down. McTominay with an overhead kick. What? That is going to go down in Scotland's history of probably one of the most epic goals ever to witness. Shankland with just right place, right time, just managed to tip it in the back of the net off that corner. And Tierney's goal, like, set up perfectly, right down the middle, into the back, in the 93rd minute, for us to be able to say, this is it, we've got it, it's 3 minutes left on the clock. And then the ref is like, 1 minute, we're now up at 98 minutes. I'm screaming at the telly, blow the whistle, because it looked like they were potentially going to score again. And then something happened. The ball just started going up the park, and McLean got it, and you could hear the commentator shouting, shoot, shoot, shoot. We get to the halfway line, he shoots, and he scores, and that was it. I don't even think the final whistle went. And that, if there's anything that Scotland can do, is they can make a scene. Sometimes it's bad, sometimes it's fucking epic. And last night was one of the football games that I will still be thinking about on my deathbed, I think. That was, and to know that my children were there witnessing it, that atmosphere, to hear that national anthem, that roar in Hampden, as a once in a lifetime. So what's your once in a lifetime goal? When you're listening to this, what are you thinking? You know what is it I want to achieve? What is it I want to push forward? What do I keep putting off? What do I keep failing at? Because if you keep on having the mindset of you can't do it, you're right, you can't. So let's take last night and think, you know what, we can do anything, even when it seems impossible. Let's make the impossible possible and believe in yourself, believe in you and what you can achieve, because by God, are you worthy? And believe it, believe that you are. Thank you so much for listening. I'm your host, Laura, and today, as always, has already been an amazing day.